I was on the Steve Harvey show, and Steve Harvey, who is going to call in at 5:45 and get the record straight.
The fact of the matter is, what makes a great comedy special is if 100 people talk at the same time that you talking, are you saying something different than them people are saying?
No.
Because if you are, then you deserve respect.
Katt Williams is the best when it comes to shedding light on Hollywood's shadowy underbelly. Though he is not as well known as the well-known Steve Harvey, he has a talent for using humor to expose the truth about what truly occurs behind the scenes.
The fact of the matter is, what makes a great comedy special is if 100 people talk at the same time that you talking, are you saying something different than them people are saying?
No.
Because if you are, then you deserve respect.
Steve is well known for being the ideal family man and for always providing comedy along with sound guidance. What if I told you that he is more complex than first appears? What if his outward appearance is merely a front concealing his darkest, most secretive secrets? Katt Williams finally breaks the beans on Steve Harvey today and reveals the whole story. So, what does Katt think about Steve? I assume you're curious. Stay put, though, because this rumor is too tasty to ignore. Prepare for the revelation. Let's now explore the fascinating world of the Katt Williams and Steve Harvey comic wars. Since 2008, these two well-known comedians have engaged in several heated arguments.
To be honest with you, Frankie, I didn't know nothing about this concept. When the promoter told me about it in October, I shot it down, because that ain't how I've ever promoted a show. You know, I've always been on tour with some real monsters, man. I toured with the Kings. You know, I've been on stage with Sid, DL, and Bernie Mac at the same time. It's always been a camaraderie. Right. You know what I mean? We're going out here to give the people the best show we can give them. And that's the way we've always promoted comedy shows. Now, you know, to turn this into some type of little beef, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't how I do. Now, you know, I done heard all of the YouTubes and I done heard all the interviews and all like that. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, you want to sell a ticket like that, knock yourself out.
You've sold out concerts. You both have had huge gate receipts. You've sold out concerts in this town for years.
Hello. And it ain't finna be no different tonight. And I ain't never sold them out saying I was better than this one or that one. I just come in here on my own strength. And so tonight at the Joe, I'm gonna do what I've been doing for 20 years.
Let's now travel back in time to the beginning of everything. Everything started when Katt Williams publicly contested Steve Harvey, asserting that he could unseat Harvey as the reigning comedy king. Just days prior to a New Year's Eve performance, they would both be headlining. Steve Harvey made an appearance on Jamie Foxx's radio show and indicated his intention to take the high road and disregard Williams' challenge. Jamie Foxx presented an audio of Williams insulting Harvey prior to the confrontation. When Katt said, "I want to apologize in advance for what's about to happen," I was teasing the impending fight. Your reign as the king of humor, however, ends the moment you go onto that stage, Steve. My friend, talent rises to its own level organically. Get ready, then. For a shot at success, you might need a group of writers, 6 or 7 at the most. Then Steve Harvey rings in and claims to be perplexed by the entire situation. "Katt and I have always gotten along," he stated in an interview. "I didn't know who he was back in LA. The brother was just not that well known, and he hadn't appeared in any movies or anything. I recently requested Katt Williams to contact me on the radio since he was talking about me in the clubs. He phoned me. We made it straight. We got along well. Since then, we've gotten along." But when the big night came, Katt Williams came out strong, throwing punches at Harvey's reputation as a comedian as well as his attire and hair. "Let's give it up for Steve Harvey," Katt Williams shouted as she addressed the crowd. "He is among the greatest in the field, but he is in no way prepared to take on what I have to give." You see, fame and money were not bestowed upon Katt Williams at the beginning of his career. No, he had to start from scratch to create his hilarious empire. He began by performing stand-up comedy in Avondale, Cincinnati, and refined his technique by doing so in numerous locations across the nation. From the energetic streets of Oklahoma to the energetic stages of Oakland, Katt bravely performed his routine, honing his own style in the process. But Katt Williams' luck turned in the sweltering summer of 1999. By earning the famous Cedric the Entertainer's Anheuser-Busch Best Los Angeles Comics Award, he had a significant breakthrough. This honor put him in the public eye and gave him access to previously inconceivable opportunities. He thrilled viewers in 2002 with his iconic depiction of Money Mike in the blockbuster movie Friday After Next. not to mention his enthralling performances as a frequent guest on Nick Cannon's enormously successful television program Wild 'N Out. Let's now turn our attention to the well-known Steve Harvey. He is renowned for being the model of a loving family man who always puts his loved ones first. Katt Williams asserts that Steve has a secret side that he wants to reveal. Katt asserts that Harvey is nothing more than a con artist who has spent years hiding behind a meticulously crafted facade. According to Katt, people's perceptions of Steve's comic ability might differ greatly. Some people laud him as the most popular comic of our day, while others criticize him for not being funny. It is an intriguing contrast that compels us to learn more about the perspectives of people who have criticized Steve Harvey. His employees has an entirely different account of him than what the general public may think. After all, individuals that interact with a person frequently are the best people to throw light on their genuine nature. Steve's alleged harsh treatment of his colleagues was recently revealed by a document that was leaked. "Do not enter my dressing room until invited," the message said. "When I'm applying makeup, please stay away from me until I specifically invite you to chat with me. Do not retaliate against the new method of conducting business. It's for my personal use and enjoyment." But this isn't the first time Steve's actions have made headlines. His talk program caused uproar with a segment that mocked Asian males back in January 2017. Not to mention the summer of 2015, when he ignited Twitter with a homophobic tirade while performing on one of his performances. These events expose a side of Steve Harvey that contrasts greatly with the persona he projects to the public. Not to mention the persistent rumors about Steve Harvey's treatment of his own children. There have been rumors that he favors his adoptive daughter Lori while ignoring his biological children. The claim that he was cruel to his children, however, lends a further dimension of mystery to this story. And shockingly, Winton, Steve's biological son, is the claimed victim. According to police reports, Winton was subjected to physical abuse that left him bruised and even made it difficult for him to use the lavatory for a few days. Surprisingly, Steve Harvey was never formally identified as the perpetrator of these heinous crimes. The story, however, took a dramatic turn when Steve's ex-wife, Mary, made the decision to speak up. Despite staying quiet about the incident for years, Mary was finally forced to come clean in 2013 after a contentious dispute with Steve. She bravely stood up, breaking her earlier promise to keep her remarks private. Mary accuses Steve of harming their son and points squarely at him. The news surprised the media and created a heated debate among both supporters and detractors who questioned Steve's parenting methods. And it wasn't just Steve's son who suffered as a result of his deeds. His ex-wife Mary also went through a tremendous deal of pain throughout her marriage to him. Mary claimed in court records that Steve had harmed their son, tormented her, conspired against her rights, abducted their boy, broken their agreement, and purposefully made her feel bad. That's not all, though. Mary takes her accusation of Steve killing her soul a step further. Mary claims that in 2005, Steve reportedly kidnapped their 8-year-old boy without her permission and stopped her from seeing him during court-ordered visitations and vacations. Mary claims that the strain and suffering of the circumstance were too much for her to bear. However, here is the intriguing part. Against his ex-wife, Steve Harvey achieved a huge court triumph. Mary had sued Steve for $60 million, but the judge said that case should have been heard by a Texas judge since that is where the divorce took place. Steve has had legal issues regarding an ex-girlfriend before, so this isn't new. Terry Smith, a different ex-partner, filed a lawsuit against the comedian. In a book titled Men Will Lie When the Truth Will Do, Smith claimed to have been in a 9-year relationship with Harvey. The book included details of their union. The book allegedly contains details that would damage Steve's reputation as a respectable Christian. As a result, Harvey and his business, Big City Enterprises, became involved in a legal battle over the ownership of Smith's book. Are you beginning to accept Katt Williams' claims? What he says seems to have some basis in reality. Maybe Steve Harvey isn't the man he presents himself to be in every way. This opinion is currently shared by many admirers, but what about you? Consider Steve Harvey to be a phony? Post your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like and comments. Also subscribe our channel for more videos.